What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for some Race Academy. None other than Rafe Racing. It's Rafe! Sorry, my bad. So today we're going to be doing some Race Academy in advance. We've got the intermediates coming up with us. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. So guys, today we were mixed with the intermediates. Of course, I'm in advanced with, as you saw in the intro, Rafe. So yeah, let's basically get to it. This was a 10-minute sprint, which would basically, it didn't actually decide our next race. So the full 20-minute race, he randomized the order. But yeah, I was supposed to be starting second to last. I got told to go right here. Yeah, I got told to go here, and then look, he goes up my inside. So I ended up starting last instead of second last, but it was actually done on fastest ever laps. So I was supposed to be at the back anyway. But yeah, here we go. Let's do this. So I actually was so focused on the guy in front going past me, I didn't actually watch the start. But as the lights go green, let's go racing. Didn't really know what to do here. Kind of had to try and thought myself around the outside. Wasn't really much room. Thought maybe a switchback would be on here. It wasn't really on. Rafe starting P4 up there in the Lando Norris helmet, and I was still down in last. Let's see what we can do in the sprint though. It won't really matter in any way, but look, we can probably make a move on the inside, and yes we do. Up the ramp we go. Very tight. Could have made the move there, but we get pushed into the wall. Tried to make the move, and we actually do. Backs out, and we end up getting past two people on the first lap. So let's keep this up. So it's been about 3 or 4 laps now, and the pack is actually really bunched up together, and now we've caught up to the back of this pack. And yeah, so we now sort of have some chances for some overtaking opportunities. So yeah, let's see what we can do. As you can see, I'm kind of doing my hands because I can tell that the car is just really like not usual, because usually when you want to do like a hairpin, you have to turn the car at like a decent amount, like the steering wheel about maybe almost 90 degrees. For this car, you didn't have to do that. It was very weird. Could have made the move on Ethan there. I did tell myself that in the middle of the car. But as they got the inside, bit of contact made. Pretty good move up the inside by the kid in the orange shirt. But as you can see, Rafe all the way up there. We can't really make any moves because we just don't have the speed to. We've got to make it into the corners. Bit too, yeah, shaking my head. We don't want to be finishing last here. We are probably the quickest out of all of these guys. Just always getting unlucky with the kart draws. But up the inside, skidding as he goes up the inside there. Trying to make a move up the inside. We do get alongside Ethan here, and he lets us go. We make the move. That is one of the less usual overtaking opportunities. I tell him to work with me because there's no point in us just holding each other up. Fighting. Big pack. Very big pack. Only a few carts that just not in the pack. Now we're gaining on the guy in front, who is actually a new member of Advanced, I found out recently. Can we maybe set up a move up the straight? We've got a good run actually, just not enough. Almost there. Almost running into the back of him as well. Having to move out the way. There goes Rafe up the inside of someone. Round the outside. What a move he's done there. We lose a little bit of time. Can we maybe send it up the inside? No, we can't. He blocks off the inside, but he actually goes for a move. Don't want to make sure we get hit here, and we are going to come up the inside of the cart on the right hand side, but he's going to switch back us. We tried to get the switch back, but he covers it off because he's just gone for a move on their different driver. And basically we end up actually almost making 2 positions, but not. Can we get a good run up the straight maybe? Maybe think about making a move. Looks behind me just to make sure, because Ethan's still very close to my rear. But now there's a bit of a gap forming between the two. Can we make a move down the straight? We send it. Nice move. We've done it. Another good position. One of the good overtaking opportunities if they're not going to cover the inside. But yeah, another couple of moves. We're doing pretty well. I'd say Rafe got very lucky at this point, and he's actually already passed Anthony on that lap before. He made a good move just before the down ramp. Good switchback. I had a look at it after the race. I'll pop a clip in of it. So, here goes Rafe coming up the up ramp. He gains on Anthony very quickly up the ramp because, of course, he has such good speed. But here we go. He tried to set up switchback, but he's going to try and go to the outside, and then he's just going to cut back in. Anthony has no idea. Going down the down ramp side by side, Anthony has to back out. Good move by Rafe, and he puts himself into P1 in that sprint. So yeah, back to this. Caught back up to this guy in the white helmet very quickly, and now we've got the kid at the front of this train. He is in inters, so he's kind of holding this train up, not as quick. Now we're kind of just on the back of this, and we kind of want to make some moves here. So I'm basically going to let these last 2 minutes of the sprint of the footage just play out, because I think it's quite cool to see what we've got, but I'll also commentate over it. So you can see their timer in the orange suit kind of makes the move, but the kid in front of him actually does the switchback and holds the position. Timer almost goes in the wall, which almost causes us all to have a moment and crash into each other. But we're all okay, unscathed. Timer trying to still find that move. He does go up the inside. But still, that guy in the car and the guy in front couldn't make the move. Timer, they bump into each other. I'm actually alongside here. Can we maybe get through? No, we have to back out, but we can possibly get up the inside. Oh, we get hit as we're coming down here. Oh! Red flag. Let's play that back, because let's just have a quick look at that and we'll run down this. I hope that kid down the end's okay. So let's rewatch this. I've put it in 0.3 here. Of course, I get hit. I raise my hand. They're all looking back. I look forward, and as you can see up there, that kid goes into the wall. Then the orange car hits him. The white car hits him. And then I hit him as well, slightly. It was mainly the guy in the red who really got an impact from it all, because he basically was going alongside with the driver in front of him, and he'd basically gone into the wall. Wow. That is probably the biggest incident I've had in karting. Very, very, very big incident. He was end up being okay. Yeah. Let's get back to the video. So, of course, I was shaking my head, and I was trying to tell them, like, we shouldn't be doing that. This is just, it's like not what we should be doing, especially in Race Academy. Like, we're not going to learn if we're going to be doing this. Everybody was driving much too aggressively. As you can see, the marshal's gone down to check if that kid's okay, because he literally, we looked at the footage just a second ago, and he just went straight on into the wall by himself, and he's just, it kind of looked like he was unconscious, but thankfully he's okay. And I was just saying to them back there, you should not be going 3 wide. But anyway, I was alongside these guys, so we're back in this. Let's go for it. We've gained 2 positions off of that, and basically it ends up just going straight to yellow. It stays yellow. That was the end of the race. So yeah, we were on the inside. That was the end. We ended up getting up to a decent position. That kid that was in front of the red car is actually lapped, so we ended up holding for, yeah, a P4, and that was the end of that race. So yeah, not a great sprint. I mean, we did alright, we recovered pretty well, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the main race. So here we are in the main race. We'd been put in I think we were put in P5 with only 3-ish karts behind us. So Actually, Rafe started behind us, so yeah, let's see what we can do. It's a short rolling start, so you don't do the whole lap, you just do a small part of the track. So yeah, let's see what we can do. We're in car 8 now, and yeah, let's see, because there is one thing I'd love to show you guys as well in this race. Let's do this. So, as we line up, ready for this, everybody's here. We've got Rafe behind us. Let's see what we can do. Thumbs up to Anthony. He was kind of relying on me. He put me at the back of this pack here because he knows I've been in here for a while. We actually get completely smashed from the rear. I shake my head in just disbelief because people should not be doing that. But anyway, here we go. Anthony at the front of the pack. We are as far back as we sort of can be. I'm telling everyone to wait, and off we go. And immediately off the start I realised we have such cold tyres, I almost skid into the barrier. And we've already lost so much time because I've got no tyres. My tyres this kart has not been used at all on this day yet. So yeah, it's got the coldest of tyres out of basically everyone could have done. And as we got the ramp, I thought Rafe was going to try to put a move in, but he doesn't. So yeah, let's try go up the inside of these two karts, which we do. We're actually going to make a double overtake. We get slightly tapped, but we're around the outside of them. Bit bumpy through there, but we're unscathed. And Rafe's now behind them, so we've kind of got a bit of a gap going. And let's see what we can do. So that is the first lap of the race done. Let's get this moving. Rafe is now actually behind us. Up the ramp we go. Anthony's kind of pulled a bit of a gap to us. He's probably going to slow down slightly. But we've made it up to P4. We've made 2 positions. So yeah, nice. Good start to the race for us. The 2 leaders actually, besides that, getting bogged down. But now we're probably going to go up the inside. It's going to be a 3 overtakes into 1 almost. Almost got the position there. I get completely smashed from behind and I raise my hand again because people need to stop their braking points, because it's not me going slowly, it's people in front of me. I can't do my normal brake points if people slower than me are in front. Anyway, let's make a move. Try to get a run up the straight, but again, just don't have enough in the car. The 2 at the front fighting their way out, and Ethan's actually going to go up the inside of Anthony, and Ethan's going to be gone in this race. He just moves flying. We accidentally tapped that kid in front of us, but we end up getting the move anyway. Rafe follows suit right behind us, and we're past. And now we're behind, basically in P3. I'm telling Rafe, like, still work with me, but yeah, let's keep this going. So, as we've got to the top of the ramp here, we're still in a good position. Ethan's now going to start pulling away because, of course, Anthony's kind of basically backing everybody up. Basically, if you've passed Anthony, you go. That's the basic, and that's what everybody does. You don't really get held up by him, but you don't really he doesn't really gain back on you. So yeah. And he is of course, because he's an adult, he's heavier, so he can't really catch up with us kids, but Ethan as well, so yeah. I kind of heard Rafe clip the ball there, and he's actually quite close to my rear as we go up the ramp. Annoyingly, still stuck behind these 2 battling in front, trying to keep going. Could have maybe sent it up the inside there. We tried to at the last second, but shake our head because of course we just messed up. Get hit from behind once again and again. Keep getting hit from behind. It's like people just don't know their in-pack race, their brake points. This kid in front does need to make this move. If he doesn't make it soon, he's going to be holding us all up and making a big train. I get hit behind from Rafe and he taps me and he just pushes through. So yeah, he's telling me you need to move out the way, sort of thing. Rafe is now telling me to work. I'm throwing my hand in disbelief because this cheeky bugger, who I'm collaborating with for this video, has decided, nah, I'm going to do what he did to the back marker. And he literally tapped me to push me out the way. He literally just hit me to push me out the way. But yeah, Carmel will get him back later in the race. We'll watch that. So at this point, I look behind me and I'm like, yo, that guy in the green is already on us. Like, we need to get moving. Because he was back there and I thought he wasn't with us. So I now had somebody like right behind me and I was like, whoa. But anyway, we're still quite slow coming through here. Rafe does need to make a move as soon as possible. And I'm telling him to just, if you've now overtaken me, you've got to get Anthony. Because he overtook me as the guy in front got Anthony. So it kind of annoyed me because I could have capitalised and did a double move. But once he got me, it was kind of, yeah. Very unlucky timing for me. I could have easily made the move on Anthony and we could have moved on. But anyway. Rafe going up the straight now. Got a good run on Anthony. Can he go around the outside? No, he can't. Anthony blocking him off. Some great defending from Anthony, but what a switchback. Can he pull it off? Trying to go around the outside here. He's going to get slowed down. I have to back out. And he's going to get a great run. Out the corner, and he makes the move. I try to get up the inside and do the double overtake. It doesn't work. I could have sent it there, but I know that there's... Most people would have done that, but at this track, you should never send it through there. I kind of screw up my exit a little bit, but here, watch this. I get a lovely exit, and as we run alongside Anthony, he just cannot do anything. We've completely gone around the outside, up the up ramp. I am so happy. I'll wave my hands like, get in there, because that is probably one of my favourite moves. He may be slightly heavier, but I'd set up such a lovely exit that we got this going. So yeah, some good action that I've commentated here, and I'll kind of cut to when we've basically caught up to Rafe again. So, it's been quite a few laps. We've only had one move since then, and it was just overtaking the back marker who got out of the way. And as you can see, a person has held up the kid in the white, which has now held up Rafe. So we have a little bit of a battle on our hands. So let's see what we can kind of do. See what we can kind of capitalise on. And see if we can maybe make a move. So at this point, I just keep reeling them in, and now I'm back to my braking early moves, because of course there's two game phases. But as you see this, Rafe had a beautiful exit, and he almost made it around the outside. We almost went for it again, but couldn't make it round. And by this point, actually, I haven't told you guys, but there, in this race, I was going down the main straight, and I heard something go, like a pop. I think it was actually really soon to now. Yeah, there, it just went, just there. And it feels like something popped on my left side, and the car just started feeling really weird. It was jolting. Yeah, as you can see, I've lifted my hand because something feels really weird. Because the car just started jolting in corners. Like I'd be doing it the normal way I have been doing for the past 8 minutes. And, oh, yeah, also there, I raised my hand at that as well, because that kid in the white should have given way more room. We had a look at it after the race as well, and we told the race instructor about he needs to leave more room. But yeah, with the car, it was just like, I'm raising my hands because I'm going, the car feels weird. It was starting to, yeah, see, I'm looking down because of the problem with it. I could tell that there was a problem, something had happened, because as we were going down the straight, I could hear a pop, and then something changed. So it was sometimes when I was going into hairpins, the car was just jolting about. It was really, really weird. See what I mean? I literally am pointing at the cart for you guys because something's really weird. I could feel it. It was just not normal. See what I mean? There. That's an example of it. I don't usually do that. On the corner, it just like hit the accelerator and just started going when I wasn't pressing it. It was really weird. I've never sort of experienced it before. I thought I might have had a flat spot, maybe, but I don't really know. But I don't usually take the corners like that, and then so it was a bit weird. But yeah, of course, because of all these problems, Rafe had just pulled away from me. I was just having so much problems with it. I actually had reeled in Rafe loads. Like before that, I'd reeled him in loads. I was gaining so much time on him before he caught up to those guys when he had that massive gap. I'd gained in like 15 seconds easily. It was good. So I was glad about that, but then I had that problem when I'd caught up to the back of them. I either ran over something or something popped. That's sort of an example there. That doesn't usually happen. I'm shaking my head because that doesn't usually happen. There was definitely one time through that top hairpin where something was wrong with it. Yeah, pointing at the cart to you guys on the camera. That was actually a lovely line. That's always how you should take the corner. It's beautiful. But yeah, this cart was just, it felt like it was broken. Didn't have enough top speed. I think one of the worst tracks for like different speed karts is definitely Team Sport Dunstable. They need to fix their big problem. See, I don't usually take that corner like that, and then I started to realise that the kid that's now behind me has been gaining on me. The kid in the green, he's now really gaining on me. So yeah, with still a few minutes left to go, he was reeling me in. So yeah, I'm pointing at the steering wheel again, which is kind of making me really frustrated in this situation. But yeah, now as you can see, the cart in front is actually starting to hold Rafe up, so maybe we can make something of this. Yeah, but now it's starting to reel him in a bit, and as you can see, I'm just making the cart is just doing weird things. I think this is an example. Yeah, I don't do that ever. I don't ever do that. I had a problem with the cart, so yeah, it's very weird. Still pointing at the actual cart itself, because I'm just like, this isn't normal of what a cart should be doing. We've actually really got close to Rafe here, and we actually have a chance to maybe overtake him if we can get in the right position at the right time. There's not long left now, only a few laps remaining, so we need to capitalise on this. I look behind me and I'm seeing that the guy in the green is just gaining on us. So yeah, he was clearly quick in that clean air, in that car number 2, which we know is a good car. Rafe was also struggling in 16, but not as much as me. He just had the steering problem where it was quite hard to steer. I had the car for the sprint, and I could feel it. It was horrible. Trying to get something out of this car, and I just don't usually do that. I was getting really frustrated with the cart because it's just not what I normally do. I almost go into the barrier there because of the problem. I'm looking at the cart like, what am I supposed to be doing? So yeah, I was quite disappointed in that, but we'll keep ourselves going. Maybe we can make a move on Rafe soon if we can get closer. Just not really close enough to really do anything about it. Still just trying to get close to him. There's points on the track where I'm definitely quicker. I am definitely quicker overall. My quali pace is beautiful, and my race pace is usually great as well. But Rafe also is just way more lighter than me, so he kind of gets an advantage into that. Has a very big slide there. But yeah, going down the down ramp, Rafe goes wide. He basically spins off, and we inherit the position. After the race, he told me that it felt like somebody hit him, but nobody hit him. I'll show him the video later, but nobody hit him. I promised him that nobody hit him. And with that being like almost the end, as long as I can hold on here, I can actually get P3 on track. But he's very close, so we have to hold this position if we want to keep it. Only a few laps though. Starting to take that a little bit better. A little bit less aggressively. And there we go, yellow flags. That is the end. We're still driving at full speed because Rafe definitely was. Gave me a little tap in the rear, which I was like, yellow flag. I pointed at the thing just to say to Rafe, remember, it is yellow flag, so please don't overtake. But when the cart in front slowed down, we all slowed down. So yeah, P3. The cart itself was not good. But yeah, that was basically it, guys. That was Race Academy with Rafe. Did the best we could. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had a little chat afterwards. We were just saying, like, his kart he was talking about, I was saying that I definitely had a problem as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. I've got a few videos planned. Goodbye. Just before we finish, wanted to give a special mention to Rafe. As you can see, this is his channel here. Please go subscribe to him. He'll have a video out soon as well. Really good race, man. And of course, I really enjoyed it with you today.